Are you brand new to anime adventures and want a team like this? Well, then this is the perfect video for you. Welcome back, everybody. Elysium here, and on today's video, we are going to be going over a complete beginner's guide on anime adventures, from how to get your first mythic unit to pretty much everything you need to know. So let's hop straight into this. So the first thing we're going to go over here is, you're brand new to the game, no clue what you're doing. You spawn in right here. Never seen this place before. You're all confused looking around. And you see, oh, I got a new unit. You'll get a random unit whenever you start the game. That unit, sorry to tell you, is not very good. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to run over here and come to the codes. It is off to the left of where you spawn. And you can press shift to sprint as well. And right now, all the working codes are anniversary. You can see, already redeemed. Minecraft. And billion will still give you these really cool things called world jumpers. What world jumpers do is allow you to skip to the end of your story. If you've loaded in a couple times and just explored, you'll notice every story mode has 6 stages. The world jumpers you have will let you go to the very end and just only do the 6th stage. And by doing so, you're able to skip it all and still get the completion quests for gems. If you've been playing for just a little bit, maybe even done one thing of story, you'll notice whenever you finish one, you get a completion quest, and that gets you gems. That is one of the best ways for newer players to get gems after you use your codes, because, how else are you going to get gems? You got to do story. But if you're brand new, just spawned in, first time, have no clue what to do, you redeemed your codes, you're going to head over here to summon, and you're going to look at the banner. Right now, I'll tell you this, Levi is not good. Wait till you see anybody like Tatsumaki, Guts. Ichidusk is decent for story, but he's not super good anymore. But just, look through the units. And if you want a unit just because it's cool, then go for it. But make sure they're in the middle if you want to spend all your gems for a unit, because it's not really worth it if they're not. Because, like my luck, when somebody's in the middle, I don't get them. I get ones that aren't even on the banner. But so let's say, you're brand new, you used your codes, you got lucky enough to get a mythic. Now you gotta go do story mode. So you're in story, you come over here, you teleport to play, and you just hop right in. And there's so much information here for you, but everything underneath Planet Namek is gonna be locked. So you go to Planet Namek, and you choose Act 1, or you use your world jumper you got from redeeming the billion code. And what you do is you just simply go through each and every single story mode and just let it play. If you have a mythic, you should pretty much be able to just place down the mythic and be good to go. You won't even have to worry about anything at all. I was lucky enough to get Lufo Bounce whenever the game started, but I got rid of him. So you're in your play, you've used your world jumpers, and now you're teleported into story mode. Place your units, and you can pretty much let it AFK if you have a mythic. If you don't, you're going to have to play a little bit more. You're going to have to place down your legendaries. Hopefully you got one. You should be guaranteed at least one from the codes. But other than that, you just go through your story mode all the way until you reach Hollow World. In Hollow World, you're going to deal with your first ever air unit. This is a unit that flies. It can get confused with the air damage type, which is what, for example, Usopp does. He does air damage, but he does not hit air units. They say they have little wings underneath their name that says flying, I believe. And so you're going to need a unit like Metal Knight. There's a couple legendaries that hit air as well. I'm not sure if I have any on me. I know Itochi does, and so does Wenda. Those are 2, and Goku Blue. I think. Never mind, not Goku Blue. But Wenda and Itochi do hit air units. And you can tell if a unit hits air by clicking on them, and if it says hill or hybrid, that means that they hit air units. So you will need to make sure you have one of them before you start Hollow World. And if you don't have one, well, you're going to need some more gems. And the best way to get yourself gems is to do your daily challenges. They're usually not too difficult, and you can always use the Anime Adventures Discord or my Discord server to find people to play with and make it way easier to get them done. If you're far enough in the story where, for example, say you make it to Ghoul City, you can maybe try to make it to wave 10 or wave 25 in the infinite just to get a little bit of gems, because wave 50 is going to be a little bit more difficult for you if you're brand new without any mythics. The next area I recommend you go to is you either spawn in and walk over to the right, do Infinity Castle, or click the areas button and teleport here. Here you're going to be able to play a very easy version of your story mode that just kind of repeats. So as long as you've cleared the story mode before, you'll be alright, and you can keep doing it. But as you can see, we get further up here, and there's Marineford, Ghoul City, and then now we're in Hollow World. So if you stopped right before Hollow World, you can make it to room 18. And that is a free almost 3,000 gems, because you get 150 per clear for each room. And that is 18 rooms that you're able to clear. So there's some gems for you that you can go and summon with and try and get a mythic. Now, some people are just unlucky. I felt the pain before, but you gotta just keep trying. And if you can't get a mythic, then, you know, level up your legendaries. And of course, now you're wondering, well, how do I even level up my units? You click on the unit you want to level up, and you either hit fuse and choose spare units you have, or you click feed and you add in the food you have. If you stopped before Hollow World, you'll have Senzu Bean, Mysterious Fluid, the Ramen Bowls, Devil Fruits, and Ghoul Coffee. That is it. So they should be able to get your unit a good chunk of levels. I have a lot of other ones just saved up from the later story modes that you'll be doing once you're able to actually fight air units. But let's just say your luck is so bad, you're not able to get a good hill unit, not even able to get anything. Then I would recommend using my Discord server or the Anime Adventures Discord server again, and just finding people to do the story mode with you, or finding someone who can help you through it, or even carry you through it if they're willing enough. So that is like the best way for you to get gems as a new player and do the story. But from there, what we're going to talk about is, what do you do after you finish story, you know? You should be a little bit more experienced by then, but you know, you got maybe 2 or 3 story modes left that are a little bit more difficult. You need better people to do them with. And you got all these units, you got all these random items now, and you just got no idea what to do. Then that's when you work on evolving your units. For example, Metal Knight. This is a unit from One Punch Man, and the only way you're able to evolve him is by getting these cool things called full power cores. Now, how do you get them? You have to do the infinite mode of Alien Spaceship, which is one of your later story modes. Infinite modes either give you nothing, or depending on the mode, will actually drop you portals. These portals can be used to obtain evolution items for your units. You can also use, what I would recommend using 100%, is the Anime Adventures Wiki, which I will leave a link to in the description. It pretty much gives you all the information you need to know and tells you exactly how to evolve your units. So if you have not, go check it out and use it. It is your best bet when it comes to pretty much anything you have questions about that this video doesn't answer. From there, I know you've probably been running around in the lobby for a bit, and you come over here and you see raid. Oh, what even is a raid? Raids are quite difficult. You usually need a team. Some of the older ones, such as West City, Infinity Train, Shiganshu District, and Hidden Sand Village, are way easier, but anything pretty much up here is a lot more difficult, especially Buddha raids and Stain raids. Other than that, though, if you can find a good team and you have, say, if you get Golden Friezo, Gyutaro, or I believe Itachi, you can evolve them through these raids. And by doing that, you're actually able to, you know, improve your units. It's another way to evolve units. There is so many ways to evolve your units, just depending on the unit. Next thing I want to go over is the Battle Pass. You know, you're brand new, it's a Battle Pass. You know, you've played Fortnite before, you've seen something like this. Pretty much what's in the Battle Pass is it's just a regular Battle Pass, except you get these things called reroll tokens, and you get free gems. Reroll tokens allow you to put traits on your units. Here's the chances for each trait. I'm not going to read them all off because there's a lot of them. But each trait improves your unit differently. You can also see all of these in detail on the Anime Adventures Wiki. But what you do is you find your character you want to use, click on them, and hit use, and then if you have a reroll token, you can use it, or you can use 5-star remnants. You can get star remnants by summoning or through unshinying your unit. Now, that's a little complex if you're brand new, but all you have to do is come talk to Lucille off to the right of the Infinity Castle guy, and then you find one of your shiny units. They have to be either legendary or mythical. If you get a shiny mythical at a very low level, I wouldn't unshiny it because it's rare and it's just really cool, but legendaries you can very easily unshiny. So, when you unshiny your legendary, you'll get 3 star remnants, or when you unshiny your mythical, you'll get 15. That's pretty much all you have to really do over here with traits. However, there is the amazing place where you evolve your units. So let's say you check the wiki, you got every single thing that you need, including star fruits, which you can get by doing challenges. That's pretty much the only way, or through star fruit capsules, which you get from the battle pass. You come here, and you press E to evolve your unit, and let's just say, we'll pick Guts, for example. And so you would come in here, you'd make sure you have all the materials, and then you would hit evolve, and your unit would be evolved. And then from there, your unit's damage will go up by whatever percentage it says it will, and pretty much everything about your unit is just going to be better now. It's going to gain new moves, and possibly more range. It's just a big buff for your unit, so you got to make sure you evolve them. I do also want to go over the best way for you to grind some of your evolution items, depending on what units you have. So if you check the wiki, and your units need anything from Fabled Kingdom, Spade Kingdom, Puppet Island, or Cape Canaveral, you just come here and pick up the daily mission while you grind for it, because it'll save you some time when it comes to actually sitting down and grinding away, doing the same stages over and over again. And speaking of stages, that reminds me, this play area, these are all called stages. However, once you finish a stage, all the way through, you unlock legend stages. Give you access to new items that you can use, that you can get from completing them, and then use to evolve your units, or to make these things called relics. Relics are a way to buff your units, and you typically don't make them till later on in the game. I only have a couple. I've not made a ton of them. Some people have way more than I do. All you do is come talk to Gilgamesh next to Pride, and you get this nice little screen where it tells you how to craft your relics. Now, relics do cost gold, and the only real ways to get gold are the battle pass, selling units, and a challenge every now and then will say up there on that big old screen, reward extra gold. So your best way to get them, to get gold, is just by coming to your settings, turning on auto sell, and then turning on auto sell rares and epics for both normal and shiny. By doing this, every time you summon or do a 10 pull, you will get all the gold for each of the rares that you get and sell. For example, you're going to watch me summon here, and then once it's done, it'll tell me units sold. And so now all of those units I just got, if I sort by newest, I don't have any of them, because I don't need any of them, so they automatically sell, and now they give me more gold. Now what else can you do with gold other than making a relic? Obviously, you come talk to our good old merchant here, Pride, from 7 Deadly Sins. And you can buy XP food as long as you've completed the story mode that the XP food belongs to, as well as star fruits. Star fruits are quite expensive, so if you don't have a lot of spare gold, I would not suggest buying them. But if you do, go right on ahead. Other than that, that's basically everything you need to know on how to play Anime Adventures as a brand new player. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end. And sub means so much to me. We've been growing rapidly and it's awesome. So thank you all so much. But I will see you all in the next video.